Bucs are on the road to face the Chargers. It's only the 13th matchup since 1971, as LA looks to make it 5 in a row in the series. Week 14 is headed your way. Next.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Throwing Jones. And incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw again.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Linval Joseph. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Jones to Barkley on the check down. Oh, some strong running. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college, all off-season about our season-opening opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
The Charger offense running for their first possession, and it's Justin Herbert at the helm in his 2nd season now out of Oregon. Herbert on 1st down now.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, it's Herbert. Flush to his right. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. On second down, Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, touchdown number 15 on the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Herbert now. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down. The 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Linval Joseph in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, Sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. An update from Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Teddy Bridgewater with 1 touchdown pass thus far. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert escaping the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Herbert dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just prove to themselves that they can get to it. I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Buying time to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Jones throw here pulled in by Galladay. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the Chargers rush. He's going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense. Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Play action. It's Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Herbert off of play action. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Herbert. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that's incomplete. Second and 10. Throwing, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rolling to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now Jones on 1st down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Again, he'll drop to throw. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On second and goal, Jones. Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
So this one's over.